Okay, so the next step in the process is to start going ahead and customizing the theme. So what we're going to do is we're going to go into the back end of WordPress, and when you click on appearance and then go to customize, we can actually make a couple of changes here quickly in order to start making the theme a little bit more like our own. So what I'm going to do is the first thing is I'm going to go to the site identity, and I'm just going to get rid of this because this is I don't know what, like, the WP Engine just creates this automatically for you. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do something like Pleasantville Living. Okay, I'm just making that up. So Pleasantville Living, and then I'm going to say something like Pleasantville Lifestyle and Real Estate. Okay. Now it says that we can pick an image that's 512 by 512. And so I'm just going to create one really quickly in Canva. So I'm going to go to canva.com. Now I have a pro version of Canva, and you don't have to have the pro version, but I actually prefer having the pro version because it allows me to create designs really quickly based on a custom dimension. So in the upper right hand corner, I'm just going to go ahead and click on custom dimension, and it said 512 by 512. So I'm going to do create new design. And then what I'm going to do is I'm just going to do a little circle here. So let's just do it like a background of solid color. And let's say my whole entire color scheme is going to be, I don't know, this color. So that's what I'll do. You could pick any color you want, obviously. And then let's just do a quick little text here. I'm going to add a text box, and I'm just going to do like P for Pleasantville. So I'm going to make this, let's change the font here to, let's do this one. Actually, no, not that one. Let's just do Monster Out. Okay. I'm going to make this white, and I'm going to make it really big. So 144, let's do like 200, 250. Okay, I'm going to center this till it snaps, just like that. And then I'm going to go ahead and click, let's do download as a PNG, and I'm going to go ahead and click download. Awesome. Okay, so I'm going to go back to WordPress, and then I'm just going to go ahead and upload that. So select files. And in my downloads folder, here it is. So there's the P. And I'm going to just make this Pleasantville Living favicon. Just to make sure that I can always like find it later. Okay. So I'm going to go ahead and click select. And now we have the favicon. And it actually shows you right here what it's going to look like, which is awesome. Okay, so the next step in the process is to move on. So I'm going to go ahead and go back, and we're going to update the front page image. So the front page image is this right here, and let's go ahead and swap this out because there's no photo here now. And so what I'm going to do is we're going to pay attention to where it says 1600 by 1000. Okay, so I'm going to jump back into Canva, and I'm going to click where it says custom dimensions here, and you're just going to type in 1600 by 1000. Let's go ahead and create the new image. And then from here, just to kind of give us a palette to work with. So I'm just going to put in my color right here, the one that I just used, and I'm going to be looking for photos that kind of are on brand with this color. Okay, so if I go to let's see, if I go to elements, and then if I go to photos here, and I type in I'm just gonna look for like a photo of like a harbor or a marina or something like that. So I'm gonna just type in harbor. And you can see here that there's a few photos that already look very similar. So like I could do this one, for instance, but it doesn't really match the brand because it's more like orange, and it's a little bit off. Like there's some colors that are kind of like mine, but there's going to be better options for me out here. So I'm just going to do a quick search here. And if you can't find anything, the best place to go is you have two options. There's a paid option and there is a free option. Okay. So the free option, I like using this site called Pixabay. And there's lots and lots of photos here for free, which is awesome. Or you can use a paid stock photo site like Shutterstock. So if I go to Shutterstock, you can see here that the images are going to be really, really high quality, but you will have to pay for these images. So what I would do is, let me just type in Harbor so you can kind of see an overview of what this looks like. So you can see there's a lot of really, really good photos here of harbors. So if you go to Pixabay, here's how I would do it. If you go to Canva and you don't find anything, move on to Pixabay. If you go to Pixabay, you don't find anything that's going to be relevant to your site, then you can go to a site like Shutterstock, okay? And I'll link out all of these in the description below. So let's go back to this one because I really like this picture. I think it really has a lot of the colors that are already in my brand already. So I'm going to go to free download, and I'm going to do the one that's 1920 by 1281. And the reason for that is because remember, the website wanted me to pick one that was more than 1600. So 1920 is more than 1600. So let's go ahead and click download. It's going to ask us if we're a robot. I'm going to click yes. Actually, no, I'm not a robot. So I'm going to go to download. And then we're going to go back to Canva. And I'm just going to go on uploads. And then we're going to go ahead and upload an image. And I think it was Peer. Yeah, Peer. Open. Now you can see already that this one matches my color scheme like almost perfectly. So it has a lot of the same similar colors here. So that's why I kind of use this background as a palette to kind of give me a little inspiration. So let's go ahead and we'll crop the photo here. So let's make it a little bit bigger. What's going on here? Okay, let's see if we can move this out. Perfect. Okay, I'm gonna make sure that it's centered. Okay, awesome. So we are going to, you can add a filter here if you want to. So like I could make this a little bit even more on brand if I were to add that type of filter, but any one of these is available to you. But for now, I'm just gonna go ahead and click none. And then I'm going to download this one. So let's go ahead and download. And then I'm gonna go back to, where are we? Yes, here. Okay, gonna go back to the back end of WordPress, and then we're gonna go to select image and upload files, and we should just be able to drag it in right here. Okay, choose image. Awesome. So look at that. That looks amazing so far. I love it. So that's how you would do the image here. So then I'm going to go to, just go back here and let's just keep working through. So we can adjust the colors. So select color. So they're using this green kind of accent color. And of course you can pick that, but that's not on brand with my brand. So I'm going to go ahead and select a color. And if I go back to Canva, it'll tell me what my color was. So let's do, if I just kind of move this to the side a little bit and then click here. So here's my color. It's this little code here. Okay. So if you're working with a designer, your designer should absolutely know your code. So you can ask your designer at any time if you ever need to. So I'm going to go back here and I'm going to adjust for that color. Perfect. Okay, so I have my like signature color here, and you can see that it's updated all of the colors, which is awesome. So like that little blue is showing up everywhere, which is exactly what I wanted. So let's go. You can also choose your secondary color here. This color actually fits in really well with mine, but you can choose a secondary color and of course the footer color. The footer color is gonna go right here. But again, this fits in perfectly with my color scheme, so I'm good to go there. I'm not gonna change anything there. So let's click publish. And then I'm gonna go back and let's go to header image. So header image. Okay, so I think it's talking about this right here. So it says that the header image size should be 600 by 160. Okay, so let's go to Canva and I'm gonna go home. And I'm gonna do a custom dimension, 600 by 160. Create new design. All right, so I'm gonna choose a background color just so we have like something to work with here. And then let's do the text, add a text box. And I'm gonna do Pleasantville Living. All right, so I'm gonna make sure that this is centered. I can do any color I want, so I'm gonna do white. And then I'm gonna change this to, I mean, we can do anything that we want here, but I like Montserrat. That's like my go-to font. So I'm going to do this in uppercase. I'm going to spread this out just a little bit. And then spacing, I'm going to do like 200. That's good enough. Okay. All right, so let's spread this out a little bit more. Perfect. And snap it to center. There we go. Okay, that looks good. Now, this is like the tricky part. So it's white letters, but when I download this, I'm going to remove the background, the blue background, okay? You can only do this if you have a pro Canva account. But again, the pro Canva account is 100% worth it in my opinion. So I'm going to go to the download and I'm going to click on transparent background, and then it's just going to give me the white text. So I'm going to go ahead and download. Perfect, it's downloaded. Now let's go back to here and we're going to upload a new image. So upload files, and you can either select or I'm just going to go ahead and drag it in. Now you can barely see here, but there's white. It's on a white background with a transparent background. So I'm going to go ahead and go select and crop. Skip cropping because we don't need to do that. Cropping. And then there, now you can see it's a little bit bolder, so I think that looks good. Okay, so this is all we're gonna do for now. So you can see we have a little bit of work to do to fill in some of the blanks here, but it's already starting to kind of shape up even better. So I'm gonna go ahead and press pause here, and then we'll go to the next video.